Hi, it's Jamie from Step by Step Wellness. Welcome back. And if you're just joining me, I'm doing, we'll call it a series on wellness on myself. It's my journey from month to month to month, improving myself. First month being sleep and hydration. This month is nutrition. Next month is fitness and so on. So this is basically a check-in. I'm just letting you know how I'm doing. As far as the sugar cravings, I still have sugar cravings, but they don't last as long when I do have them. And but I do get that twinge. I'm not out of the woods yet. So if somebody like my husband, if he wants something sweet, I would suggest to him that don't bring a tub of ice cream in here, but he'll have an individual ice cream, for example. He may have to go to the bedroom and lock the door, but no, I'm just kidding. It's not that bad. But I've been doing pretty good. I am on a no sugar added diet, so I do have fruit in my diet. So I only have it once a day, and as I've been saying, pair it with a protein, so you're not sitting there with a bowl of sugar, even though it's natural sugar. I just don't want to trigger myself, so I have grapes or blackberries or blueberries in with either cottage cheese or Greek yogurt, which I really enjoy. I find that the fruit is extremely sweet now. I am really tasting the flavors in that, so that's exciting. It's beneficial that I'm not adding sugar, and I'm on day 16 right now, so I'm feeling pretty good. So for this year, but last week I hit a milestone. I am now 58 years old, and going forward, I am going to have a much healthier life than I've been living in quite a long time. This week is okay. I'm just going to say it. A year ago, my mom had passed away in her 81st year from cirrhosis of the liver. Non-alcohol related. It was due to fatty liver disease. And like many people, including myself, she struggled with her weight over the years. She didn't know. And unfortunately, when she did know, it was too late. So when we know better, we do better. And I know better. And that's one of the reasons why I'm so motivated to improve my health. But there's sugar in everything. It wasn't just a case of like me eating ice cream and all that. I do eat a lot of junk food, but I haven't been reading labels for years. And so we'll find sugar in everything. And I want to give you an example of just simply reading the label. The nutritional label is not always the case. It's not always you have to read both, and I'll just show you. So here I have Kraft, and I'm not getting paid to endorse anything, but this is Kraft. It's Canadian, and there's nothing wrong with it. It's a peanut butter I've been eating all the way along. And this is also Kraft, and it's called just Only Peanuts, and it's by Kraft, and I started eating this, and I'll tell you why. Sorry, I got cut off there. So this one actually has roasted peanuts, soybean oil, sugars, corn maltodextrin. I got fooled by that one before. Sugar, hydrogenated vegetable oil, cottonseed, rapeseed oil, salt, mono, and diglycerides. Okay, so I'm not saying anything bad. If you want to make your grandmother's old-fashioned peanut butter cookies, which they suggest on the side, that's what you're going to use, right? That's what we always use. But I'm not going to be making any peanut butter cookies anytime soon. But when I do, hopefully I'll be able to just eat one or two. But this one is strictly peanuts. So this is what I'm sticking with. So you really have to read not just the nutrition labels, because they look very similar, but what's actually in them. And what I like to pair this one with, again, I'm not getting paid to endorse anything, but Mary's crackers, okay? I've had different types of Mary's crackers, but this one is really tasty. And it's called Supersede Everything. And in here, It's 150 calories. You get 12 crackers a serving. And I like to dip it with the 1 tablespoon of peanut butter. So together they're 240 calories. Most of your snacks should be around 200. 240 is not too bad. 7 grams of fat. There are 17 grams of carbs, but it depends. Like if you're on keto, then that's going to be a real strict thing that you got to watch. I am keeping my carbs low, but I think keto, you keep it around 25 or something. Protein is 5 grams. And it's made out of brown rice, quinoa, pumpkin seeds, sunflower seeds, flax, sesame seeds, poppy seeds, has onion, garlic, and sea salt. And it tastes, you can taste the salt. It's like if you're missing chips, you know, I like to crunch these. I can eat them just by themselves, but I do like to dip it into the peanut butter as a snack. So that's a crunchy little snack that I like to have. I'm mainly eating the same types of food that I started with at the beginning of the month. I'm eating fish with the sauteed salad that I showed you that my husband hates. I just love it. So if I love it, I'm just going to keep eating it. I'm keeping it very simple this month. I'm not going to keep, I'm not going to try different things next month maybe. But right now, my focus is on controlling my sugar urges, keeping it simple, prepping my food, and just getting used to the change in my diet. That's what this month is about. And then obviously adding healthier, ideas, but keep them simple. The more complicated, the harder it is. And it's already hard, when you're changing your lifestyle. And that's what I'm doing. So that's what I recommend. Keep it simple and just focus on, what you like. And it doesn't matter if you eat it 3 or 4 times a week. Just think about before, how often do people repeat their breakfasts? They'll eat the same thing. Or they go to the restaurant and eat the same thing all the time. Who cares? As long as you enjoy it, that's all that matters. And as long as it's healthy, of course. So I just wanted to check in. I'm doing pretty good. I'm still sleeping. I'm trying to get as much water in as possible. I don't always been, drinking my 2 liters. I drink as much as possible, but sometimes I don't get the full 2 liters in. I've been refilling this. I had it up full, but I find it too heavy. So as I get down, I add more in there. So I highly recommend water for sleep, for nutrition, and I'm sure next month that water is going to come in handy again. I can't recommend, at least if you're going to do any changes, add that 2 liter of water into your day, or do your best. And I would say that's it for now. Anyway, I'll check in later again, and I hope you're doing good. Take care. Bye.